Mogadam, Dr. Baker. Guys, we're doing a faculty forum here. Take it easy. Pipe down. Enough. All right. If I can have the faculty introduce yourselves, please, that'd be great. Dr. Vanillo, we can start with you. Stand up and introduce yourself, please.
Hello, thank you all for coming tonight. I took a long-ass cab ride to be here, so I expect you all to be taking notes and paying attention very closely. Thank you. I also have to tear myself away from my favorite television show, 1,000 Ways to Die, which I think is hilarious.
Appreciate that. Let's move on. Dr. Mogadam, can you stand up, please? Dr. Wish, can you stand up, please?
Hi, everybody. My name is Harvey Wish, for those of you who don't know me. I'm in the basic sciences department. You have to excuse me, I have allergies and I'm also antihistamines. I'll be talking a little slower than normal.
It's pretty normal so far. Why don't we move on to Dr. Baker over here? If you can stand up, please, and introduce yourself.
Well, hey, everybody, how's it going? I hope you remember me still. I know it's been a long time. It's great to see so many familiar faces, Priya, Danielle, Josh. Right. What are we doing? Let's get started.
We got a lot of students out here tonight, and dental school is very stressful. A lot of people want to know how you prepare for the boards. If you guys could just talk about that a little bit, each of you could touch on it, because people want to know what professors are thinking. We'll start with, why don't we start with Dr. Vanilla over here?
Yes, thank you, Josh. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, yes. Well, I tell students this every year. You cannot prepare for this exam like you have in the past. It just won't work. You have to study every night, over and over, to retain this information. You might look at me and say, Dr. Vanilla, I don't even know.
Pretty good. Well, Dr. Mogadam, what are your thoughts on the boards?
Somebody needs to fix the microphone. I think to study for the exam, you students are taking the board exam. You have to stop what you're doing. You have to study a lot. The boy in the third row. You're making the same noise like you make with the cast and the laugh. You should study a lot for the exam, that way you should be better.
Why don't we move on? I think Dr. Wish, you're next.
Well, you guys are probably experts on teeth by now, but it's important to remember your other tissues. Bone and cartilage. Iron cartilage. Fiber cartilage. Plastic cartilage. And bone. Remember the osteoid your progenitor cells form the bone and develop into other structural things like lacuna, a spongy bone. You should probably focus on those.
Let's move on to Dr. Baker.
Well, everyone, by the time Dr. Wish is done telling you what to study, it's already going to be August. But you know what? You don't have to worry. Because I've been giving you all the true and false answers to every true and false question on the board exam this whole time. You should know, I wrote all of them. But if I were to say there was one thing in anatomy that everyone here should study, it's the process of cloning. I have a lot of experience in cloning.
Dr. Baker, let's take it easy with this cloning talk. Why don't you sit down, okay? I don't know. I don't really know what's going on right now, but why don't you just sit down?
Okay.
Let's move on to the next question. People want to know, what do these professors do in their spare time? Let's go right back to you, Dr. Baker. Can you talk about what you do in your spare time?
You know, Josh, I get that question a lot. Most students ask me, Dr. Baker, what do you do in the 8 months you're not teaching here? I don't have an answer for that. I hang out with my family. I take Dr. Wish and Disco Dog over to the rec center so we can play a little bingo. Right? Yeah. But most importantly, what I do is I go back to my lab at Albert Einstein and I try to clone myself. So no matter what I'm doing, I can always be looking for mistakes in my book.
Wait a minute here. Are you actually trying to tell me that you cloned yourself?
Well...
Okay, everyone, let's get started over here. Okay, Dr. Baker, nice to see
Dr.
you.
Baker.
That's a fine goatee you got there.
Oh, thank you.
You're looking dapper today. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Hey,
You're looking pretty good
Who
yourself.
are all these people?
Well, these are our students.
Oh, Christopher, Allison, Samantha, Patrick. Hey, guys.
Yeah.
How you doing?
You remember the roster?
Oh, full roster. I studied that the first night I got it.
You know,
Sure.
Dr. Baker, since you're here, I
Yeah.
got a question for you.
Oh, shoot. Yeah.
True or false?
I love true or false questions.
Preganglionic parasympathetic nerves, the medulla oblongata, and the glossopharyngeal nerve.
True.
Of course it
I
is.
do. 3 studies on the tank. Got from St. Martin.
But you know what? That might be a little easy for you.
That's a little easy for me, Dr. Baker.
And I want to know just how good my cloning is.
Oh, so good you're
Because
calling it out.
appearances are deceiving. So, true or false? Just as the glossopharyngeal nerve leaves the posterior cranial fossa through the jugular foramen, a small little branch breaks off called the tympanic nerve. It loops back and enters the petrous part of the temporal bone through the tympanic canaliculus, where it forms a small plexus. That plexus then reconstitutes as a lesser petrosal nerve. The lesser petrosal nerve then enters the middle cranial fossa through the hiatus for the lesser petrosal nerve, travels anteriorly, descends down foramen ovale, and then it synapses in the outer ganglion.
True!
Of course it is.
I mean, how else did you get preganglionic parasympathetic fibers to the parotid gland?
True,
You guys
exactly.
know this. Come on. Yeah.
Postganglionic parasympathetic fibers travel in the auriculotemporal nerve and innervate the parotid gland. They all know this.
Come on, guys. We did this. Yeah.
That's right. But if you don't, it's okay. Because this is how it works. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to tell you.
This is good. Yeah.
Then I tell it to you. And then I tell you what I told you. You have 3 chances to learn.
Really, Dr. Singh, did you do this? They give you the entire course in his first lecture, isn't that right?
That's right.
The whole course, hour and 50 right there, in his first lecture, just like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But you know what? I think he might have been cheating a little bit.
Well, why
Because
is it that?
Because every answer to my true and false questions are true.
That's right. He's saving false ones for the exam. Yeah. Fail. Yeah.
True or false?
Hey, false, true or false?
True.
Yeah, true. True or false?
True.
Hey,
All
false.
right, guys, enough. Let's sit. We're in the faculty forum. Sit down. Sit down. This is a forum. Let's take it easy here, all right? You guys got to get over yourselves. Let's move on to Dr. Wish. How about you? Do you have anything? No. Oh my God. Is this man sleeping? Oh my God. Wow. This is not going well. Why don't we move on then? Because this man's apparently unconscious. Dr. Mogadam, how about you? What is something you do in your spare time?
Josh, June, can I call you Josh? When I'm not in the class, I like to go to speak to people. I am a speaker for the motivational. I motivate them to do things with speaking. That's something I like to do. Another thing that I do when I'm not here, I make a tape. Some people have trouble with sleeping. They cannot sleep. So I make a book for them. I put the book on the tape. I read it to them as I'm reading the book. That's what
Book on tape. That's what you're trying to say. A book on tape.
Yes.
Okay, so let's sit down. Let's sit down. I get it. Your motivational speaker, books on tape. Great. Why don't we move on now to Dr. Vernillo?
Well, thank you for asking, Josh. On weekends, I actually teach Yiddish to Hasidic Jews in Brooklyn. And then, after a fakakta school day, I go home to my mishpucha.
Great. Okay. Let's move on to a more important question here. What type of food do you like? And we got a great cafeteria downstairs, so I want you to talk a little bit about that and possibly the types of food you eat outside of school. People really want to know this type of stuff. Let's go back to Dr. Vanillo. Stand up.
Well, as for myself, I like to eat in the cafeteria, but Josh, I can tell you are partaking in the 5 main food groups. And what are they? McDonald's, Taco Bell, Long John Silver's. Look at you, you've got schmutz in your arteries.
All right, let's immediately sit back down. That's not at all what we were going for. So apparently we have 2 Dr. Bakers here. So now we have a clone up here. I don't know how that happened. I didn't even know cloning's possible. I don't even know what's going on right now. Is this real life? What's going on? All right, let's move on to the clone Dr. Baker. Can you talk a little bit about what you eat and food?
Well, sure I can, yeah. So, on my way walking to school some mornings, I walk by Dunkin' Donuts. And sometimes the owner just gets me, you know? So I walk in there, and I get a nice chocolate donut. And what do you know, there it is right there. Hey, Dr. Baker, since we have these slides up, let's just go over and look at the menu. Sure. Let's get started.
Here we go.
Josh, this is going to be on the exam. This is important stuff. Okay. All right, well, this is clearly a craniocaudal view. We're looking at the donut as if we're standing on top of it. Isn't that right, Dr. Baker? That's right. And here we have the chocolate frosting, all over here, right? The chocolate frosting. And there's this large,
What do we call anatomy when there's a big hole?
in anatomy we call holes foramina.
That's right.
Yeah.
So what's this foramen that's between all the chocolatey fudge?
Well, it's going to be the chocolatey fudge foramens. So we got a white sprinkle right there. You got a green sprinkle.
What do we call sprinkles that have all the colors of the rainbow?
Well, if they have all the colors of the rainbow, they gotta be rainbow sprinkles! Yeah, sure. Yeah. well, let's move on to the next slide.
Yeah, I think we did a good job.
What is this? What's
So right now, this is from Dr. Von Hagen himself. He came especially to NYU last week to help you section these donuts. Yeah, we're going to focus on it in the cross section over here. Right here, let's just orient ourselves. It's very important, especially for a practical exam. If you don't want to orient yourself, pick up a slice, you know. So we got the donut part over here, right? We got this chocolate layer. So, what would you call this junction? Right there, right there. What would you call that junction?
It looks like the Chocolate Dono Junction.
It's right between the chocolate and the donut. This is the donut.
Look at all those fluffy donuts.
Oh my gosh.
Delicious. Look at there's got a yellow sprinkle right there.
I definitely wanted to eat this one.
It's actually funny you say that because I've been in Gunther von Hagen's lab and I've seen him do that to people. But moving on.
I've seen him do that to rhinoceros.
That's very interesting.
All right. No more. Sit down. No more. Sit down.
Thanks, guys.
That you guys are just.
That's all for today.
I don't. All right. Well, went on a little tangent there, but let's get back to the faculty forum. Dr. Wish, can you talk a little bit about some of the foods made? Are you awake? Yes. All right. Dr. Wish, can you stand up and talk a little bit for us?
I'm awake now. Favorite food?
Yeah.
I like hamburgers. Cooked all kinds of ways. That's a real cooked, well done hamburger. Medium hamburger. Medium rare with the little juices in the middle. Put ketchup on it. Cheese. Provolone cheese. Swiss cheese. Cheddar cheese. Limburger cheese. All together. Maybe a cup of soup. Tomato soup. Put cheese in that. Campbell's chicken noodle soup. Put the little crackers in the bag and throw them on the top.
Okay. Enough. Let's keep going here. Dr. Mogadon, sir, food. Your mic.
My favorite food, say. So when I'm not in school, I like to go to a store as I get some pizza in the store, the pizza store. I get one, maybe two slices of the pizza. Sometimes I get Sicilian slice, not just regular slice. Sometimes with the slice, I get some French fries with the slice. Sometimes I put the French fry on the slice. It tastes very, very good. Josh, you have to try next time in the store with the pizza.
All right. Let's immediately try and end this because this is getting out of hand here. So we'll do a little final sign-off. Is there anything you guys want to say as we leave you here today? We'll start. We'll go right back to you, Dr. Mogadon, because you're on a roll. Stand back up.
I just want to close, say, I think everybody has to just relax, just a little bit. Everybody is very, very stressed in school.
It's true, you are a sweet man.
Yeah, well, actually funny you would say that. I have a problem, the anger problem. I control with my voice. But they made a movie about me called so I am very angry, but now I am calm. The Hulk.
The Hulk?
The Hulk.
That was after you.
They made many type of movie of the Hulk, but the first one was a Bichon Hulk.
Okay. Let's not get Dr. Mogadam angry then. Okay. Dr. Vanillo.
Yes, thank you again for having me. I'm going to go home and read the obituaries now. But I'm glad this is over. I'm getting a little spilkus up in here.
All right, Dr. Wish, you awake? Okay. Dr. Wish, you have the floor.
Well, thank you for having me. I actually prepared a little song for you.
I mean, go ahead. Are you serious? What's happening right now?
I think he's going to play a song for us.
Oh my God. No, he's not.
No, I think he is.
What's...
This is great.
Dr. Wish, do you have the... This was planned. This was completely planned. This is part of the faculty forum. Rehearsed.
It's teamwork, guys. Teamwork.
I guess, I mean, I don't know if you actually, are you real, is this happening? Dr. Baker, Dr. Vanilla, Dr. Mogdon, is he actually going to play a song right now?
Yeah, sure he is.
On the piano machine?
Just like last
What is that
time.
dog? I don't know what's going on. What's happening right now?
It's like the last
I'm
time.
freaking out up here.
Yeah, that's his dog. That's his dog. We always see dog. True or false?
Venus thrombosis, or as the British would say.
I wanted in...
What? This is a faculty forum. It's a faculty forum. Faculty forum. Get off the stage. Get it. We're shutting it down. No more. Done. Take a bow. We did it. We finished. Take a bow.
Nate and Manny.
Bring Nate and Manny back.
I don't really sound like
Please
that.
come back on